All right, so we are ready to seam up the bottom of our pumpkin. I still have the top. I'm not quite sure where I want to end it yet, so I left that on the needles, and I left a really long tail so that I could cinch this up without having to cut any off of the rest of my skein. And I am going to go around this outside edge, and I'm just going to pick up this stitch, the whole stitch, and I'm going to do this all the way around, and I will cinch it tight like a hat. And I try to get as many stitches as I can on my needle before I pull it. And I do keep it kind of tight like that, cinched up, so I'm not putting too much pressure on the yarn. And I do hold it so it stays cinched. Should be able to get it all in just two, because this is a small pumpkin. It was 35, I think, stitches cast on, so not too many. And then we're back over here to the beginning. Oh. Tangled up somewhere. There we go. And we pull that, see that cinch up? Just like a hat. And this you can kind of play with if you want it tighter or a little looser, depending on your pumpkin, how you want the end of it to look, end result. But I don't want any stuffing coming out of it. So we could want to reinforce it a little bit here. So I'm going to go in here and we're just going to kind of go back and forth just to reinforce it. And then I'm going to go across to this side, and you don't have to do this if you want to keep a good little circle there. I felt like this really reinforced it. Maybe grab a couple over here, and then you can push it down into the center to the inside, and then you weave it in the center inside, and you can just leave the excess in there, just tie it in a knot actually. However, we have a lot of extra yarn here, so we could use it to create the indentions. So I'm going to go ahead and push it back through to the outside and save it for later so that I can use it for the creases in it. So that's how you sew up the bottom, and then I will be back to show you how to do the creases and start I'm going to start stuffing it. I think I will let you know that once you add stuffing into it, it does get harder to sew or to knit, so make sure that you have it pretty close to where you want it to be. So I think I want this guy to be a little bit taller. Maybe I'll do about 3 or 4 more rows. Okay, and then I'll be back to show you how to do the sides creases.